Hi there. I'm coming to you from the front seat of a 2025 Audi Q8, driving a wonderfully curvy road somewhere outside of Park City. If you're in the area, this is somewhere off of East Canyon Road, which is one hell of a driving road. I'm here to talk to you about the Q7 and the Q8. And that's fine. They are interesting enough vehicles that are comfortable and quiet and lovely to drive. I'm actually doing this specifically with no microphone, just the in-camera mic, so you can hear how quiet it is when you have a dual-pane acoustic glass equipped vehicle. It also makes for a better audio experience when you're bumping your sound system. And this has the Bang & Olufsen 3D surround sound with 23 speakers, 1,920 watts. It's comfortable, it looks good. It's funny that they have like a tactical color, almost something you'd expect to find on a TRD Pro on the specific vehicle I'm driving. But you know, the driving experience on this road is wonderful and good and fine, but not that exhilarating, because this is what I wrote it down in my notes. I'll put the number up. Some 300 something horsepower, which is fine. This can tow 7,700 pounds, which is, you know, pretty good for a vehicle of this class. This is the Q8. I'm driving the Q7 later in the day. The Q7 you can actually get with a Turbo 4 or this Turbo V6. But that's not the real reason I came to Utah. The real reason is the Audi SQ.
Now turn right.
God damn it. The Audi SQ7. This is the Audi SQ7 under the hood. We don't have a Turbo 4, we don't have a Turbo 6, we have a twin turbo 4-liter V8, as it should be. This one deserves to wear the Rhombus badge on the back. 500 horsepower, 568 pound-feet of torque. Quattro all-wheel drive, of course. If you get it with the S Sport package, you add the Sport differential, you get red brake calipers, and then you get active roll stabilization, which is awesome. It makes cornering feel flatter. This has all-wheel steering, which makes the car feel smaller than it is. And then you get, you know, all the S touches inside and out that you expect to find. Popping back into the Q7 for a second, one thing I want to talk about that I don't like about these new vehicles and Audi's badging strategy. For the longest time, if you saw an Audi with a red or orangish rhombus next to the badge, it meant you were looking at a very cool Audi product because it was S or RS, something along those lines. Now, Audi is adding that badge to S-line models. And that seems corny. That seems like something someone would do where they buy the fake badge and they pop it on. I don't like that. I don't think you need to that badge is special. It should be special. It was special. It is a lot less special by adding it on non-S and RS vehicles. S-Line is not the same thing. It's like how Mercedes now puts AMG on, you know, non-hand-built engine powered vehicles. And those aren't real AMGs to me. And Audi should take that little rhombus and on those vehicles and save it for the real ones or throw it in the trash. The steering wheel with the perforated leather lower feels really nice in my hands, and it's on the shift lever as well. Despite being, you know, the porkiest member of the Audi family, this is still very much an S product. It drives far better than it should. It's a blast to take through this twisting Utah sliver of, what is this, Highway 80, which is a gorgeous stretch of highway. And it's just, it's a good, if you need an SUV to fit your family, and then when you kick them out, you haul tremendous amounts of ass, this is a really good one, because it's a bit more incognito than some of the more aggressive SUVs out there. You know, obviously an Urus is a different price category too, but this is a beast. You know, Cayenne is a Porsche, so it looks like a Porsche and costs a Porsche money. This is just a great hauler of highway miles and butts at tremendous speed. But if you want to go more sleek, you ditch this one if you don't need the 3 rows, and you go with the SQ8. This is the superstar of the quartet of vehicles I've driven over the course of these 2 days here in Utah. The real star is this Utah 35, because this road is fucking spectacular. But also with a co-starring role is this Audi SQ8. It has the same 500 horsepower, same 568 pound-feet of torque. You can get it with the active roll stabilization, the sport differential, the fancy red calipers. But I like this package better because I don't need a 3-row SUV. And I like the look and the shape of this thing, because you're gonna think I'm stupid for saying this, but this has a design link to the Audi Quattro. I'm pausing to let you yell at me through your screen. It does. Look at the D-pillar. Look at the fender flares. All of that adds up to a design link. I'm not saying they look the same. I'm saying there are lines. That is an ancestral connection, and it's clear. You cannot deny that. So with all-wheel steering, it reduces the size of a vehicle, basically. It makes it drive smaller than it should. You know, at higher speeds, it kind of moves you diagonally through things. At slower speeds, it tightens the turning circle. All-wheel steering is just a magic cheat code for automakers these days, and I'm here for it. It feels great out here. The steering does feel nice. I've only been driving it in dynamic mode because why? I don't need to do anything else. Let me turn down my cool speed. It is very comfortable at speed. It is clear it is a German product. German products are always comfortable at speed, but this, you know, exceptionally so, with the big brakes, the big tires, the excellent steering feel. Get on the clamps right there because we're going downhill into a right. You know, uphill is easy, downhill is more difficult. Uphill's not easy. It's easier if you had to compare the two. I don't want any like, what about Pike's Peak? I'm like, okay, relax. So, let's see. But downhill's fun because you can also do this. Good thing stop pointed at the speedometer. I mean, good noise. You're kind of insulated from the noise a bit, being in this dual pane acoustic glass cabin. You know, it's not legendary noise, but it is good noise. You get some V8-ness there. Turbos, you know, muffled out a little bit. Couple that with the just mentioned insulation. But then, if you don't want to listen to that, Bang & Olufsen 3D surround sound system. All those speakers, 23 speakers, 1,920 watts, coming at your face in a nice way. It sounds good. It's always been a good system. Audis have always had pretty nice sound systems, no exception here. Some new stuff for this car. You know, they've changed the face of these. They've changed the lighting signatures on these. You can get the top trim SQ7 and SQ8 with it's not just LED lighting up front. The rear taillights are now OLED lighting, which is like another level of LED-ness. I know it makes for a fancier TV, so it must make for fancier lights. You can change the light signature. You can customize it, so it's not just like, oh, those are SQ8 headlights. You can adjust them a bit, which is kind of funky. And then inside, through the MMI system, they have something called Audi Themes. You can actually download different wallpapers for this, and if your car is equipped with the ambient lighting package, the ambient lighting will automatically match whatever's in the wallpaper. So if it's a beach scene, you know, it'll have blues and whites of the sand. If it's the northern lights, it'll do stuff like that. Now, here's the rub. Those themes are a way for Audi to sell you things. They cost money, which is kind of lame, but I also understand, like, it's extra shit. So it's in the scale of things automakers charging you for, it's the least offensive thing to be charged for. Like charging someone for heated seats after they bought heated seats. That's fucking absurd, BMW. But charging for like extra stuff and design and customization, okay, fine, I get it. And you pay like $12 and you get a different theme or something like that. So I'm not gonna get too bent out of shape about it, because everything else that is going on here is absolutely wonderful, and I really need to drive the RSQ8 now. By the way, the SQ7 recently reclaimed the production lap record at the Nürburgring. So just the S version know, this and the 8 and 7. That's impressive as hell. It's like in the 730s or some ungodly time. Like if you could be a passenger in that ride along, it would be pants shittingly wild. the big girls shouldn't dance like that, but they do. 0 to 60 time, it's quoted at 4 seconds, which is already quick, and Audi is like hinting that a lot of others have tested it below that, as low as 3.5, which is also bonkers, especially because we're not dealing with like a hybrid, you know, to get that electric push off the line. This is just quattro grip, V8 and turbo grunt, and the 8-speed doing its thing. I really like it. I'm a fan.